Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the one third of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And this will be a continuation to the video I just got through doing. Trump will not deliver, meaning salvation, okay? Will not bring salvation to spiritual Babylon. All right, it ain't gonna happen. It's not the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right, I got interrupted, and this is my actual fourth time attempting to do this video, so I have to shut down all of the do not disturbs and go strictly to airplane mode because somehow these telemarketers go straight through your phone and bypass that just to give you a spam call. But hey, Satan at his best, but we got to combat that. So rebuke him, rebuke Satan, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and keep it going. This is Ezekiel 38 and verse 1, and this is where we left off at. And the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Okay, and that chief prince is actually Russia is head prince, Ra head and paleo, Shar prince and paleo. Okay, it's also in our name Yashar Rala, Yah he Shar prince, Allah power, Yashar Rala he prince of power. Okay, so son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesies against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Allah, power. Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth. Now, that turn thee back, if you're old enough to know, when Ronald Reagan, when they said we was in that Cold War around the early 80s, through the mid 80s, you had movies such as Rocky, when Rocky went against Drago. It was all jockeying back and forth. Missiles wasn't launched, but it was Cold War. It was a war for tugging for power. Well, you had um, Ronald Reagan say, uh, tear down that wall to Gorbachev. And a lot of the Soviet Union was broken down. Okay, it dispersed a little, but then you had what Putin rise up through the KGB, through the soldier ranks, through the ranks. Not just a politician. He actually went to battle. He rose up through the ranks, and then what did he do? He brought the might back, that fist, that iron fist back to the hearts of Russia. Okay, so that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said. And I will and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with buckles and shields, all of them handling swords. Now, we know that Edom was given the blessing of the sword. Is Russia not Edom? Yes, he is Edom as well. And come to find out, he's got the most vicious sword out of all of Edom. Okay, he's got the sword, the most fastest, dangerous sword that you can be yielding belongs to Russia right now, not the United States of America. I've heard they're up to currently 4 decades behind in technology. Okay, now listen, Persia and Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Now, what's that? The BRICS. Okay, and what is this telling you? The BRICS is not just going to be financial. No, they're going to war. Okay, they're going to war. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tig- Tigmar of the North Quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Okay, and once again, do your research on the BRICS and how many nations have come together to make this successful and what it's doing to the UN right now, and definitely collapsing the dollar. Okay, and once again, we already went in on the first proportion. The reason why I named this Trump will not deliver spiritual Babylon is because Trump's coming in with this big bad talk. Sanction this, sanction that. Those sanctions hurt the spiritual Babylon. They don't hurt these other nations who already found a way to resource and work together and say, fuck the West. That's what it's pretty much coming to. Okay? So be thou prepared and prepare for thyself. Okay? Thou and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee. Once again, the bricks, do your research, and be thou a guard unto them. All right, and that's what Russia's doing. They're leading the charge against the West. Okay, starting with spiritual Babylon. And spiritual Babylon don't have enough problems with this situation. They got emirate fighting going on. So let's get it. Once again, fair use, copyright. This is not for sale. This is strictly for educational purposes. I pray that this be edifying.
That we're all in some old Cold War 2.0 rather than in a new economic situation. Look, I do understand. I'm an American citizen, born here, lived here, worked here all my life. It is very hard to be in the period of decline of an empire. I'm sure it was hard for the British who lost their empire.
Did you hear that? Right here, I'm going to stop and grab this verse right here. Did you hear that? He said he's born and raised citizen to United States of America. Well, unfortunately, I'm born here, but I am not a citizen. I am a citizen of Yasharallah. He Prince of Power. All right, I'm here though. I'm here. I was born here. I'm so far I'm here. To Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, deliver me, that is. This is the book of Psalms 64, and I really couldn't wait to get this. And 8. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. Is that not an Edomite speaking bad of Edom right now? Speaking facts of Edom, but speaking down on Edom? All that see them shall flee away. And believe me, after Trump took office, after Trump was inaugurated, a whole bunch of they said the actual passports and what do you call it? The searches to get the fuck up out of spiritual Babylon skyrocketed up from hundreds a day to thousands a day. Search to leave this place. Okay. So once again, this does apply. This is not ancient talk. This is modern day talk coming out the Old Testament. Psalms 64. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. When have they ever done this? When have they ever had the technology to spread the news this quick? All that see them shall flee away. And this is part of, once again, why we're going to go into the famine of the word. Because we got the mighty apostles starting at the house of great millstone, the elders, the Akim to do the work, sigh and cry for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, never giving them rest day and night. And then you got the so-called scholars just breaking it down, what they see in real time. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has poured his spirit out. Okay, you having people have horrible visions, dreams. It's all coming to the light. Okay, so back to this, man.
And it was hard for the British who lost their empire a century ago. And it was hard for the Dutch and the Persians and the Greeks and the Romans. Every empire that goes down is kind of hard. But we do have the benefit of knowing that and making at least some choices to accept it, to understand it, and to work out a live and let live with the rest of the world. Otherwise, the doom and gloom predictions of World War III and all, making at least some.
I want you to hear what he's saying. He's saying United States of America is finished, and they should just bow the knee, just bow the knee. Now, what kingdom have you seen go out like that? Okay, they're gonna go. This is Edom we talking about. All right, they're gonna go out swinging that sword. All right, to the best of their ability. Oh, and the scriptures also say, "Woe to them that spoileth." For when your spoiling comes to an end, you will be spoiled. And I know that that was roughly paraphrasing. Okay, I know that got hacked, Salakia, but that's what the scriptures say. When your spoiling is done, when you're done ravishing through these nations or through these people, then it will happen to you.
Choices to accept it, to understand it, and to work out a live and let live with the rest of the world. Otherwise, the doom and gloom predictions of World War III and all the forms that that is taking will in the end overtake us. Not because they have to happen, not because they're built into the system, but rather because a population having to face that we're all in some old Cold War 2.0 rather
Okay, I see
than
what it's doing now. It just loops by itself. Okay, once again, this is a BS update from Apple. I could have done without it. But anyway, did you hear what he tried to say? He tried to say that United States could maybe just bend the knee, wave the flag, and get along with these nations. Then he said, at the end of this, we're gonna go to the very end, and you know, if he's telling the truth, then Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is a lie. Okay, I think I'm gonna take the side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. Matter of fact, I know I will. I'm not gonna listen to this Edomite tell me how the world can escape the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because it ain't gonna happen.
happen, not because they're built into and
Listen,
all the forms that that is taking, to work out a live and let live with the rest of the world. Otherwise, the doom and gloom predictions of World War III and all the forms that that is taking will in the end overtake us. Not because they have to happen, not because
okay. On that note, we're gonna get these scriptures to say what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua thinks about what he just said. Revelations 18 and 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit. That's right. Look around today. And the cage of every unclean, hateful bird. All right. And once again, is this not the melting pot where you can come and believe in anything, worship in anything? All right. But they're against us, the true Israelites, you so-called African American, Native Americans, and Hispanics, turning back to the true power, which is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. They're against that though. Okay, for all nations have drunken of the wine of wrath of her fornication. Okay, and once again, do you not got these women over and with that what's known as the Middle East, which is Western Asia, want to take that off their head wraps and dress in Daisy Dukes and twerk on poles and mimic the wicked women of the West, okay, basically. All right. And this and it's more, you got Moab dressing like them. You got just everybody forsakes they self when they come over here, and they do as what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, okay? And it's the same mentality. All right. For all nations have drunk of her wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. That's right. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundancy of her delicacies. All right, that's what them ports are about. Okay. I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, and Salakia. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Okay. And if you don't know, that's not driving a plane up out, that's not flying a plane out of here, that's not rolling a boat out of here, that's mentally disconnecting. We all know what tomorrow is. Okay. I don't want Ratazar, this video go up to today. Tomorrow will be Thanksgiving. All right. Once again, it's okay to partake in the meal. Do not go to partake in that wicked day. Okay, if you're gonna eat with your family, say your prayers to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and acknowledging you there for a meal. You're not there for the family get along, you're not there for the holiday. It's another holiday. All right. So, okay, where was we at? All right, so yeah, come up out of her. That you receive not her plagues. What are those plagues? We're gonna get them. We're gonna get those plagues, okay? For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have remembered her iniquities. That's right. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. So what does dude mean that we can just peacefully resolve this? When is United States America ever peacefully resolved anything? Are they peacefully using resolving right now? No, they're giving Ukraine long range missiles to set off World War III. They're giving uh, um, fake ass Israel the aid to genocide and to try to stir up the dragons of Arabia. Oh yeah. So when have they ever known peace? No, they always choose blood. Okay. So this is saying reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. Okay. Just think about that. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Double the cup you got to pay. You going to take that sip and I'm going to push it in your face. Thus says Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, and we speaking on those plagues. Let's get them. Oh, and I can't believe I did that, because now I got to go back through all of this. Okay, we up though. We got it up. Let's get those plagues that was mentioned. And see, overall, this is what, well, anyway, let's stick to the script. Let's get those plagues. Second Esdras 16, starting at 13. Oh, yes. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. When they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So those ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, are part of the plagues that Yahweh Shai is sending to this earth. And once again, they will not miss. And oh yeah, that trial that Russia did shot those ICBMs without the nuke heads. I had no idea there was a such thing. He shot them off as a warning example and a finisher, because what? None of them missed. There was no defense from Ukraine. Ukraine came out and admitted we can't do nothing with them. So now you got to give us something bigger and badder, which we can't because we don't have it. Other than the ICBM, and there you go. That's MAD, mutual agreed destruction. Okay? Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Okay? Like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. And you say that there's no nukes in the Bible. I hope that confusion is cleared up, because we're reading about it right now. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Once again, none of those ICBMs are going to miss. None of them. Okay? You don't have a system to stop them. There is no defense system. Okay? Woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Only Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? I got one more for you, one more warning for you.
Attack with new and deadlier weapons. And the Russian president is blaming the West for this escalation.
As we have repeatedly emphasized, the regional conflict in Ukraine provoked by the West has acquired elements of a global character.
The war is expanding. That is the message from Putin. But what triggered this new phase of hostilities? Last week, Joe Biden made a major concession to Ukraine. He allowed them to use long-range weapons against Russia. After the US, other Western powers followed suit. France and the UK also gave their approval. And Ukraine wasted no time after that. It struck a Russian weapons depot last week using Western long-range missiles. Putin responded by launching a new hypersonic missile at Ukraine. Now, this is a brand new weapon, never used before. The missile is called Areshnik. It means the hazel. Putin says this new weapon is unbeatable.
Because there are no means to counteract such weapons today. The missiles attack targets at a speed of 10 Machs. This is 2.5 to 3 kilometers per second. The modern air defense systems in the world and the anti-missile defenses created by the Americans in Europe do not intercept such missiles. This is excluded.
This missile is faster than the speed of sound. It can penetrate the world's most reliable air defenses, and there is no weapon capable of stopping it. Putin repeatedly emphasized on this point, and he's far from done. He's using more lethal weapons in Ukraine now, like he did last night. Russia launched more than 100 glide bombs on Ukraine. And what's a glide bomb? These are old Soviet-era bombs, but they've been upgraded. Russia has installed a satellite navigation system, rudders, and pop-out wings on these bombs. So when they're dropped on a plane, these bombs don't simply fall, they glide towards their target, and they hit them with precision. Each bomb weighs between 500 to 3,000 kilos, which makes them extremely powerful. Russia has been using these bombs for a few months now. More than 1,000 glide bombs have been dropped on Ukraine so far. So obviously, Zelensky is raising concerns. He says Ukraine is defenseless against these new Russian weapons.
Beyond words, action is needed. And in particular, on my instructions, the Minister of Defense of Ukraine is already holding meetings with our partners on new air defense systems, the kind of systems that can protect lives from new risks.
Sweeping attack with new and deadlier.
Okay, so you see, now does this make this more clear? Okay, um, Second Esdras 16 and 16, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. And they're all going to hit his targets. Hey, that's a promise from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right. And if that wasn't enough, I'm not even going to leave you with that. I got one more to leave you with. Okay. If that wasn't enough, don't forget the United States has been a problem, have been a thorn in everybody's side, including their own allies. Okay, so let's get this to finish it off. Just when you thought, oh, okay, so now we got to deal with Russia and all of them, and you people who still think that, oh, all of that conflict is over there, none of that conflict. I heard that about less than a month ago. That stuff over there is not affecting me, my day to day. Okay, well, listen to this. I'm gonna end it on this too. This is just a little what cherry on the top of the cake or whatever on the icing, if you want to put it. All right. Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, which is NATO, okay? NATO. They're supposed to be the ally to spiritual Babylon, right? These shall hate the whore. Who's the whore? Spiritual Babylon. So wait a minute. Read that again. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, NATO. Okay, I'm not going. Hey, do your research. These shall hate the whore. Who is the whore? Spiritual Babylon, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. With fire. Sound familiar? Okay, what they gonna come over here, gasoline on the United States and then start lighting matches or throw your lighters in? No, those are ICBM. Those are warheads too. So, hey, she got it coming. And once again, remember, this has been named. Trump will not deliver, save, salvation, spiritual Babylon. Okay, it just ain't gonna happen. And with that, I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.